What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld, and right now we're going to be talking about 99 overall Megatron. A lot of you guys were able to see through the video how to get him for free. A lot of you guys grinded it out to the 99 overall. Well, you know, your MUT level getting to a 99, and you use your 99 overall power pass, and you then were able to retrieve him for free. Some of you guys did the set the way that I did it, and you know, you're going to probably wait to get the 99 overall to then go ahead and get your coins back, as many as possible. I do want to point out that there aren't going to be many benefits if anyone makes another wide receiver golden ticket, Calvin Johnson, because the deep threat, in my opinion, the only other archetype or ability slot that you can give him to make him a little bit better would be to give him route runner. But for the most part, you guys are going to be trying to moss with him, which is what I'm going to be discussing right now, because some of you guys have asked for more in-depth you know, explanations into what is actually going on, because you're not getting animations, right? So pretty much what goes on in this game right now, EA Sports, I don't know whether, I gotta say it's intentional. I don't think that they're doing it and they don't know what they're doing. And look, he's down to 660 right now. So he's gone from 1 million to 800 to 660. I do believe that his price will eventually go back up until there's another, you know, available wide receiver with his numbers that's 6'5" or higher to go ahead and get it. Maybe Harold Carmichael. So this is another thing I just wanted to point out before we get into the whole ability situation. All right, guys. So let's go ahead and jump into what's going on with the animations. Try to give you guys further explanation into what is helping to make this guy animate, right? You're going to have both of the deep out and deep in if he plays the outside. Now, one of the things that I've noticed that some of you guys have been doing, you guys have actually been running trips, or you've been running bunch tight end and have him in the slot. And then you've been streaking him in the middle, right? And mossing people with him in the middle. And then what's been happening is, however you guys maneuver it, whatever, you guys have been getting a lot more success in the slot seam aspect of the game, right? So pretty much what I want to make sure everybody understands, regardless of how you try to moss, I think, this is my personal opinion, he is a deep threat. So having both of the abilities is not that big of a deal to use 2 AP. When it comes to physical, that I have an issue with, because now EA is asking too much. They want 2 for those things. So now you got to use 4 for one individual receiver. Is 4 going to ever be something I would recommend? Probably not, because it's just too much. You know, so you're going to have to pick and choose which way you want to do it. Unfortunately, either way you throw it is just much more safer for when you click on and you hold the aggressive catch button if you have both abilities. This is more of Streak Specialist from Madden 20. All right, so I just wanted to give you guys an idea about his numbers and go over some of those things as well. Some of you guys are asking, Gmia, he's not a 99 deep route run. Is his number not being a 99 affecting the way he goes after the streak? No, because remember, you were able to get other receivers with a 99 deep route run through boosted chems, and it really meant nothing other than the fact that, like, when Todd Heap first came out, he had a crazy deep route run, and the game would allow him to just run by the safeties and the corners and everything like that. I think EA Sports either tuned the game to kind of nullify the deep route running aspect of most of the players, so they don't really get that separation anymore. So you're going to have to be able to click on and make your own maneuver of catching the ball however you see fit. But the requirements remain the same. Deep out and deep in are a must. Now, getting to the whole golden ticket thing, because I gave you guys the idea, I'm not sure of anybody that's actually decided what they're going to make yet or what's going on, but the realistic part about, you know, making a golden ticket tight end, Calvin Johnson, for me, it really wouldn't benefit me, because, you know, putting him at tight end, you know, I don't know, maybe, you know, if you do a golden ticket tight end Calvin, it would definitely get sold and people would go crazy because you can make his run block crazy, he would be crazy, 99 speed, all that stuff, but would he be somebody that I would rather have at tight end? I think George Kittle and Uncle Vern are suitable. Yeah, I know it's a Niner theme team. I just would not deal with Darren Waller. Darren Waller does not animate the right way. They broke his card from launch. Since the launch, he's been terrible. So, you know, when speaking of what these players do, I want you guys to be cautious. The sole reason about Calvin being able to animate and do whatever he wants is because he's 6'5". That's pretty much what it is. Randy Moss animates as well and does whatever he wants, but he's more like, he's a slim dude and he doesn't really have that power behind him. So it kind of hurts him in that aspect. Now, I don't think anybody in their right mind would make a golden ticket Randy Moss. I think he's going to get another card anyway, so that would kind of be like overkill. But if they increase his strength it probably would have an impact on it, you know, giving him deep out and deep in. I just don't like him because he's not a decent run blocker. So look, the 64 run block, right? I know that seems low at a wide receiver, at, you know, looking at a wide receiver, but that's actually pretty good because usually they're up against corners and stuff like that. So that actually works out. And Calvin has an 81 strength and he weighs 236. So he is a big-bodied savage. So not only are you going to be able to get the proper animations, when you come out and run base and other stuff like that, he's going to hold his blocks. That's a very important aspect about you guys winning games and getting better. The bigger receivers, they hold their blocks. They do what they have to do. Randy Moss, whatever side he's on, you'll notice that the player's just right in your backfield right there next to you. Randy Moss doesn't do it. Like it's very, very realistic to how he played. He's never been a good run blocker, so I'm not arguing about that aspect. I'm just kind of pointing it out to make sure you guys understand the way that it's going to play for you when you're actually doing it. Now, some of you guys have been asking about additional abilities. You know, Gmia, yo, I want to put more on Calvin. Yo, will he animate with this? Listen. Deep in and deep out. If you have Hot Route Master, put him on a skinny post. Throw a bullet pass. Hold the aggressive catch button. Hold the possession catch button. He will animate. This is the way to make him animate because he is a deep threat. That 98 deep route run, put him on deep routes, throw bullet passes, and just hold the button, bro. It doesn't matter what your opponent is doing. You're going to get dotted because he has the ability. So all the animations, see, for me, the reason I don't get the same animations that you guys are looking for is because I am doing the Gmia streak. Like, I'm mossing dudes. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm going out, I'm in doubles, and I'm like, yo, oh, single coverage, you're getting mossed. That's what I'm doing. You guys can take advantage of mossing and doing all different type of things by just throwing posts, throwing crossers, and just throwing the ball up. Because remember, you have both abilities. You are going to moss somebody into another galaxy. It's going to be disgusting, but I want you guys to win. That's the key. That's the thing that I want. So the reason I'm giving you guys this insight is because you have to know that. If you have Calvin and you have Hot Route Master, put him on different routes. Okay, you can't Gmia streak, that's fine. Throw him on a post, throw the ball at him. Because he has deep in, when he cuts, as he starts to go up the field on a post or whatever else you have him, a corner or whatever he's on, he'll light up. Now, does that light up equate to route tech? No, but it gives you separation. And because you have the ability, you have to now decide whether it's safe to go for a possession catch versus an aggressive catch. That is up to you. But this is the way you're going to make him animate. Now, looking at the other abilities, for him, giving him mid-in, short-in, it's useless. Because any ability that's costing 2 that gets outside of the archetype of the player that you're using is probably not the best archetype player for you to use that ability on. You know what I'm saying? Like, route runners get all these things for 1. That's fine. Which is why I brought up the fact that if you're going to make a golden ticket, make him a route runner in a couple slots, and then you could probably give him all these things and he'll just be OP. But I don't recommend it. Outside of Prentice, obviously we have Hot Route Master with Brett Favre, so it doesn't really matter. Now, Slot-O-Matic, they increase the AP on this because they know that the catching and all the stupidness that goes on with it, it does really work. Like, you could just moss dudes out of control. But again, he would have to be in the slot. We play him on the outside, so that doesn't make any sense. Closer, we're not worried about reduced zone objectives. Now, would this be huge in a game where everything is on the line? Because some of you guys are like, yo, why don't you give him closer? You know what I'm saying? If it comes down to it, he has reduced zone objectives, and then what you could do is, get him a decent amount of yards for whatever's required, get double meat activated, and then moss a dude. Well, I got news for you. Everybody's going to see him lit up. So you may get an opponent that doesn't understand, but most people are going to understand, so they're going to double team him, and unfortunately, it's very, very hard. It's not like Moss 100. It's very, very hard to moss a dude in double coverage. I tweeted it out yesterday that I did it, but, it's not often that I get that done. Grab and go. Pretty much like, what is that? Human joystick. Throw a pass, he goes wild and moves around really regularly, like easily, like, a greased up deaf guy from Family Guy. No, we're not going to do that. That's a waste of AP in my opinion. Spin cycle with 1, this will actually help, right? This would help you in certain cases. Let me explain. Animations is what this game is. If you throw an RPO, let's say out of I slot, right? The stretch, you got the RPO to the left side. Calvin is the guy that gets the ball. and then if somebody's blocking in front of him, spin cycle actually works. It's kind of weird to wait, like they've nerfed the spin a lot, but it would make him spin into, you know, he'll be able to get away from several defenders that are near him. And, you know, it'll definitely have an impact on your game. I just want to make sure you guys understand that. It is one. Would you use it a lot, though? Because AP is so important in a game, I just don't feel comfortable saying, yo, bro, let's do it. That's my opinion. If you have the AP and you want to try it, it definitely works. Evasive? No. It's 3. Route Tech? No. That's 4. Slot Apprentice, like I said before, you already know what it is. We have Hot Route Master. Leapfrog. I would recommend Leapfrog only on running backs. Let me explain why. When you run the ball, you can see what's in front of you right away, and because you leapfrog, it will prevent the fumble. Right now, I don't think I've seen a lot of fumbles when dudes have, you know, been doing the hurdles, but pretty much with the Jurtle, when you use the analog stick to the opposite side and you hurdle, he won't fumble. So would it be smart to give him a smoke route, Jurtle, and go for 6? Different schemes, it's up to you guys. Red zone threat, in my opinion, doesn't work. I've labbed it. It didn't work. Human joystick, absolutely not. Playmaker, no thank you. Comeback, reduce zone objectives while losing. Reach for it, no. We already know about that. Return man, no. Energizer, no. Matchup nightmare, no. And then recuperation is a joke. So those are all the abilities that are there, and I'm just letting you guys understand. The ones that are most important, I've gone over it and let you guys know what it is, because some of you guys need to know that. Run those post routes, run those corners, do those things, and just throw the ball to him. With these abilities, he will catch it, even with the defender all over him. That's what makes the game random. That's what gets people to play it. You know, the dudes that just suck at the game and they're just doing whatever they want. Those are the things that go on. So I just want to make sure that everybody understands this is what I use, but I actually do other things. You know, with me throwing the streak on the outside, on next gen right now, you can moss very, very easily. Current gen is where it's difficult. And that's why I'm explaining it to you guys. So if you're on next gen, Calvin Johnson is a no-brainer. He's an absolute no-brainer. He's a monster. You're going to be able to do whatever you want to do with him. And he will animate, but that's the way to get it done. If you can't throw the streak, send him on post, send him on corners. When he's in the break, bullet pass it, hold whatever button that corresponds to it. If somebody's really close, possession catch. If it's you got to go for a moss, aggressive catch. The rat catch, I would be very careful with that, because in certain cases when you go for the rat catch, they'll be able to pick you off. So all that stuff, I'll be showing you guys some gameplay a little bit later on, and we'll be figuring out what we have to do next. But that's the first step in being able to utilize Calvin Johnson the right way, and that's how I would utilize him right now in Madden 21 Ultimate Team. I want to thank you guys and girls for watching. Hopefully you're having a great day. Until next time, one love, y'all.